Hello there, it is I, Chastity White Rose, and today I'm actually doing something quite a bit different. Today you will see that I am using Animato Studio to have like an avatar. This is basically like a VTuber thing, and it's interesting. Okay, yeah, looks like I'm live. Now, this isn't my real face, obviously. Obviously, this is way better looking than my face. But I was thinking about something. So I had previously, on my last episode, my last stream, I had been talking about how I'm gay, and that was a very serious episode. But I only got one comment. I had one watcher, I think, and I had one comment. Someone just said, "You look retarded." That's all they had to say, is that I had to look retarded. And I was thinking it would be a really good idea to just have a fun stream, just totally fun stream. And I'm keeping this in the just chatting category on Twitch because I am just chatting, but I'm also playing some Tetris is what I'm going to be doing. So the title is Chastity Tetris Queen, and I've got that displayed on screen. I've got quite a setup with OBS Studio here. And so I have this avatar with the white hair, which looks really good, that mimics it. If I blink my eyes, it blinks the eyes of this person. And as I move my mouth, it follows my mouth. Apparently uses some kind of special artificial intelligence to follow my real face and make this character here. So I'm going to start out by testing this because currently I'm using 5% of my CPU at 60 frames per second, and I am streaming. Nobody is watching at this point. Let's see, what is this? I'm looking at my settings at the moment, and I have everything carefully configured with my layout on OBS. Let's see here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to Safari and I'm going to actually play some Tetris. That way I can see how well the recording turned out when I watch this stream or video file later, because I'm streaming to Twitch at the moment, meaning anybody will be able to comment. And this time, they can't really say I look retarded because they don't see my real face. So we're going to just see how this goes. We're just going to have a fun little stream here and see how this goes. So first, I'm gonna load up the Tetris here. Okay, so here I have the sounds on, by the way. Let's see here. Yeah, that did not go well. Okay. See, I want to show you. I have to restart until I get it right. And then, of course, there's ads. Yeah, that's just the way it goes here. So, oh, we have like almost the exact same setup here. But I'm going to do my famous mechanical T-spin. Actually, that is not exactly how I wanted it to go. It's really not. But I'm going to show you something. So here's a way to do this. So I'm going to place that green one down there, and there's a reason for that. That'll come into play later exactly why I did that. So we've got that one. We've got a green. So here, and now we've got, this is just barely getting it started. And it should, very soon, it should become apparent what I'm going for. So we're going to do, we got we've got red, and we've got blue. It was kind of a weird start, but we got it here. I personally just really like the sound effects. It's just really cool. See, it's not going. Actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn off the sound effects. I'm going to turn the sound all the way to 0. Let's see, and I'm going to check OBS how we're doing here. Okay, still going good. The stream's still going. That's nice. Okay, so I want to show a much better example. And this is just weird. See, that's the annoying thing about this is the official Tetris.com app. Okay, so now we don't have the sound, so it's going to be a lot easier to identify exactly what is happening here. All right. See, obviously, Tetris is my favorite game. It's the game that I'm the best at in the world. And this is basically my famous opening. I'm not the one who came up with that specific opening. However, I came across it one day, and it just seems to be like the best way to start is to start, a mechanical T-spin double. That's just the way to do it. Because as you see, we have a perfectly formed 3-wide well here. Yeah, see, that's just the way this goes. Like my absolute best scores always end up being like something like this, because the score multiplier of the levels, especially when doing this this opening. Oh, see how I messed it up? I totally messed that up. And see, I can do better than that, but I'm getting distracted because I'm talking at the moment, and I'm just trying to show an example. I'm showing off the Animato Studio AI thing here. That's fun, but I'm also showing some Tetris. As you see, there's my current high scores, because this is only my score since I first started playing this on the MacBook, and I'm not as good on the MacBook as I am on my keyboard that I'm used to. So if I try to play for realsies, if I try to play in a serious way, I can actually score a whole lot higher than you might initially guess. So here we are gonna go. Okay, so get that slidden in there. Gonna get that in there. Gonna get that in there. And see, that's a T10 single because this wasn't there yet. But now we've got a perfectly formed 3-wide well here. See, I have been very busy with school and my new job this week. I started a new job, and besides playing some Tetris and showing you my favorite mechanical T-spin technique, I also wanted to talk about how my new job is and how I like it. See, I got this job in a nursing home for people who have dementia, Alzheimer's, memory problems like that. Now, it's not. Now, okay, the good news is, hey, it's a job, and I'm thrilled about finally having a job. The sad thing is that these people are, they're gonna die. And if I'm there very long, then the people that I know are gonna die, and so that's kind of a sad fact. Um, because these people, they have health problems, they have problems with their brain, and so it's not exactly the kind of job that most people would really go for. It's really not. Yeah, I messed that one up. I'm gonna restart until I get this right, because I'm playing risky. But anyway, this is the kind of job where what my job actually is I'm an activities aide. And so this is kind of an interesting job because I work with the activity director to help entertain the patients in this facility. And they love me. I mean, I just started. I've only worked 3 days so far, but I am enjoying it. And my boss is really cool. She's a lot of fun. But I'm just trying to learn all the things I'm supposed to do. Just they're training me to help out with some things, and it's a full-time job. And so I imagine that as I learn more what to do and how to work with these patients, because I'm not responsible for their medical care. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a certified nurse's aide. I'm an activities aide. So I do things with my boss, the activity director, and it's fun because I get to hang around with these people. They may not know who I am, and they may not even remember who they are, but I try to give them a good time because I'm friendly. I have a great sense of humor, and I'm actually getting along fine with people so far. Yeah. Okay. So now that was a really nice, clean way to lower the stack. See, the thing about the mechanical T-spin technique. Oh, yep. See that? T-spin, T-spin, T-spin. Did you see that? Now that, my friends, is why the mechanical T-spin technique really reigns, because it takes a little bit of luck with the piece order you get, but I've pulled that off plenty of times while playing Tetris 99. You can have three consecutive T spins in a row, and it's actually great fun to do that. And I have also won plenty of Tetris 99 matches using only that technique, because on the lower difficulty, or sometimes even when playing against real people, the amount of garbage you can send by repeatedly doing those T spins is actually just really powerful. Yeah, see this here, we've got that. Gonna lower the stack. So I'm already gonna get a higher score than my previous records here. So besides working my new job as an activities aide Monday through Friday, which is what I'm going to be doing from now on, I also am starting a marketing course. And that's actually kind of well, it's a little bit tough because we had group assignments. And at first, I was afraid because I was afraid, well, what if my teammates don't do their share of the work? And I couldn't just really do everything myself because it's supposed to be a team effort. And besides, given the fact that I had very little time, since I was gone all day for pretty much, starting since Wednesday, that meant that even if I had wanted to do all the work myself, there simply would not have been enough time for me to try to pull that off. So I was counting on my teammates to do their portions. We delegated, and I was pleasantly surprised that everybody really did pitch in and do their best. And I was just nervous because, sometimes people don't keep their promises. Sometimes they don't do what they say they're going to do. And so I was a little bit nervous, but it actually worked out. So I got through my first week of the introduction to marketing class, and now it's probably going the assignments are probably going to get harder. So I'm hoping that I don't fail this class. But I thought I was going to fail the last one, my introduction to esports production. And yet I actually got through that somehow. I don't know how I did it because it was kind of terrifying. Red, blue, green, yellow. Yeah, see, that, my friends, is how you lower the stack in a... Ooh. You see now how it's getting faster and I reached speed 11? Well, that means that my mechanical T-spin is broken. So, there's only one thing to do now. Once it starts getting to a really high speed like this, you simply just it's just not possible to keep up the mechanical T-spin. But I already got a really high score because of the fact that that's what I was doing for so long. So now I'm going to try changing up the techniques a bit and see. I just cleared a Tetris. Oh yeah. What I'm doing right now is called 6-3 stacking, where I have, there's, as you can see, there's 6 to the left of the gap there, but then there's also 3 to the right of the gap. And it's just not easy thing to do. Oh, I pulled off a T-spin. That's cool. So once it gets to this point, as you can see, I'm already on level 13. And so the game is getting ridiculously fast. And at this point, it's the pieces are going to start locking almost instantaneously. So there's two methods that work at this point. One method is simply to try to build up the stack and clear Tetrises. That's one way to do it. Another way is to build some combos. And that's a little bit harder to pull off, but it's reasonably. The main thing is reaction speed. The speed with which I react is what really decides a lot of things. But yeah, see now. Yeah, you see how this is? I've got it going on. Yeah, that's the crazy part about this is I'm at level 17 and the game just keeps speeding up. So I've already gotten over 500 thousand here. So yeah, this is actually a very high score game. I've never quite reached 1,000,000 points before. There are people who have reached 1,000,000 points. I think there was even someone who reached 3,000,000 points. I don't know what kind of crazy drugs they must have been on to be able to play like that, but I'm impressed by that someone could actually do that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the thing about Tetris is, see, because of the fact that the score multiplier gets higher, but it also becomes harder and harder to really take advantage of the high score, basically, because you can't just always get back to backs. At the beginning, you can get total back to backs because you're doing like mechanical T spins, doing so many T spins. So it kind of works that way. But then after a while, it gets a little bit harder. Oh, I can't. I could. Yep. I cannot see. I could not get down to there to do that T-spin. So yeah, this is getting a little bit harder now. But I'm still going. I'm at level 19. So this is not too bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, this takes a lot of concentration because I reached somewhere around, 800,000 with my highest score of all time. And this is just that time when it starts getting ridiculously hard. It just gets, yeah, this is getting a little bit hard because they start they start just instantly locking as soon as they hit the ground. Yeah, that was a pretty good score. You got to admit that was a pretty decent score. But there's also different playing styles as well. That's another thing to consider. Let's see. We're going to go back and we're going to check the stream here. Okay. So I'm still live here. And now let's see here. Let's see what we've got going on. Okay. So I got a new high score. What I like about doing this video is that high scores like this can actually be deleted. Um like, when the browser is cached or whatever. I'm not sure exactly, but they can be deleted, but I've got permanent proof on the video of my scores. And this is playing on the MacBook, so it's not as easy as the other keyboard. But let's see here. Yeah, and somehow I'm skipping the ads, although I don't know exactly how I'm doing it. So now I'm going to show you a different play style. This is going to be the, okay, the good old ST stacking. Hmm. Yeah. Here we are. Yeah, see, this is where it gets really cool. Now, see, I've got the ST stacking going on. And it's actually a lot harder to keep this going. It looks easy if you're a good if you're a reasonably good player. It kind of looks like it's a little bit easy to pull off, but it can be quite challenging at times, honestly. Let's see here. We've got this, we've got this, and then we've got, we're gonna do that there. We're gonna do that there. And we're gonna do, yeah, all right. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. And now this is interesting because got that and that. Ooh, you see that? That's where it gets a little bit tricky here. Because see, now I've got that. So there wasn't quite enough to be able to pull things off in the way I would have liked to do. So there are times when I have to break the back-to-back chain to be able to do this. Now, look at this. See that? That's sort of an advanced trick that you probably should not try at home, kids. Like, that's just one of those. It's one of those little glitches of the rotation system. I mean, the game's programmed that way, but it doesn't exactly make much sense. It works, but we know not why it works. So it's kind of funny that way. And see, the thing about this playstyle is it actually gives you a higher score given the same amount of lines compared to doing mechanical T-spins. Because when you do mechanical T-spins, in order to lower the stack, you end up having to do just, regular singles, doubles, triples, and the occasional Tetris. But here, if your play is perfect, then every single line clear, if the play is perfect, and there's a big if there, then everything is either a T-spin or a Tetris. Basically the two highest scoring types of things there are. So this should theoretically provide a higher score, um, but it comes with certain caveats, of course. Yeah, this is kind of a tricky one. And see, it's a little bit easier to do this when you have a lot of time to think, but it's just not the easiest thing in the world, really, because there's just so many decisions that have to be considered here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, this, this. Okay. Yeah, see, now is where it gets a little bit complicated. See, I've messed it up now. Now I kind of have a little bit of a mess here. So see, now I messed up the pattern. So now messed it up. So ST stacking is good, but it's just hard to maintain for very long. It's a very difficult style to play. So let's end that game, and it has my initials auto-filled. That's what we're gonna do here. Okay, and then let's customize some settings. So you can choose to start playing on a higher level, meaning the speed is higher. We're gonna start playing on level 15. That's what we're gonna do. So now you see, this is difficult because we're jumping straight into, yeah, ooh, yeah, oh yeah. See, it's just way too fast. And people who've seen my other streams where I'm playing my own game will start to appreciate exactly why I had to make that game the way I did, because Tetris is frustrating when it just goes so fast, the pieces lock, you can't actually play. That's why my own game, I've done plenty of streams of my own game, which unfortunately they don't get the attention they deserve, because in spite of it being one of the best Tetris games to ever exist, it's just not. I don't know. People just, it doesn't appeal to them because they want all the fancy 3D effects like of Tetris Effect Connected, or they want multiplayer. And my game's only single player, so they don't really like my game in spite of all the work I put into it. So that's a little bit disappointing, but I'm still very glad I made it. Yeah. Now, you may notice that even though I've only cleared 22 lines, the speed has already gone up to level 17. That's because the level up still stays the same. So if you start at a higher level, you're going to end up going to the even higher levels faster than if you had just started at level 1. So technically, I'm not entirely sure if it's an advantage to start at a higher level. It is in some Tetris games, because some Tetris games are different. If you start at a higher level, it will still stay that speed until you get the number of lines required normally to advance to a certain level if you had started at level 1. Like, I'm pretty sure I think Tetris 99 may work that way, but I know for sure Tetris Effect Connected and Puyo Puyo Tetris do it the second way I mentioned there. So starting at a higher level actually gives you more points. So starting at level 5 or 6 or 7, maybe 8, will still let you do a mechanical T-spin. And then you will be able to achieve some higher scores because you're getting a higher multiplier while you do the mechanical T-spin. So the thing about this is that I'm already at an extremely high speed, and the blocks are just, they're dropping just like really fast, and yet I haven't achieved near the type of score that I had in that previous run where I nearly hit 800,000. So I may have given myself a disadvantage by choosing a higher speed. But even though this game has its flaws, this particular Tetris game is the one that's available to play for free. And usually it has ads, but for whatever reason, I'm able to keep those ads from loading. And I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that I'm on Mac OS. Because normally those ads play, but it just lets me kind of skip them, which is just weird. I think, you know what? I think I may have outsmarted the developers of Tetris.com by using my MacBook that I got from school. That's kind of funny. Oh, see, that was meant to be a Tetris, but it just, unfortunately, the pieces are locking way too fast, so I can't exactly do much with this. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh man, I don't. Yeah, I can't really keep up with this. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's yep. Yeah, so by starting at a higher level, I was unable to achieve the same high score that I had gotten before. And so that score of 798 1,955 is actually not the highest score I've ever achieved. I've gotten above 800,000 before. So that's a little bit difficult. There. That's a little frustrating. I may want to give it one more go though. I might just want to give it one more go because oh, and there is another technique though. I'm hoping that this video will show people some useful techniques because I want to show you one other technique and I don't remember the name of this technique there, but there is an opening technique. We're going to go back to the speed of level 1. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to show you, let's see if this works. So watch this. We've got this, T-spin single. So we got a T-spin single, and then we have a T-spin double here. So far what you'll notice is that every single line clear has been a T-spin. So there was T-spin single and then there was T-spin double. So this is where it gets interesting because there's T-spin double, there's T-spin single. And this starting technique, I forget what it's called, but there is like a certain opener to it. I don't remember what was it, the stick spin or what was it even called? I don't remember. But there was a certain thing that this technique was called. Or it might have been the Hachi spin or the stick spin. See, there are a lot of Tetris openings. In fact, I would show you the wiki, except that right now I have my OBS studio configured specifically just to show my avatar as well as the Tetris screen here. Okay, we're going to do that. Yes, T-spin and then Tetris. This technique, as you see, it is an alternative form of T-spin factory. The mechanical T-spin, also known as the T-spin factory, is a very strong opener in versus mode as well as single player, just because you get so many T-spins and then the score just kind of keeps going up. So this really does give a certain advantage. So T-spin double, T-spin double, then we've got green, long, yeah, yellow, blue, orange, red. What was not included in there is a purple. So now there we have, see now what I did there? You see how that was? Now I lowered the stack, but we have kind of a nice setup there. Now, I want you to see this. See, I can't get that all the way over there, so I'm forced to use it there to lower the stack. That's kind of just the position I'm forced into. So every now and then it becomes essential to put one of each of the main six pieces, not counting the long block. But of course, including the long block there also does make a big difference as well, because sometimes it just makes it easier to achieve. So there we are. We've got that. And we've got that. I'm being very careful with my piece placement here, because now, see, we've got that. We've got a Tetris there. Oh, oh, see how I messed that one up? I totally messed that one up. And that is really unfortunate that I did that. So now, see, I just messed up the stack. But rather than starting over, let's work with this. Let's just totally work with this, because while the T-spin factory is no more, we can still try to go for clearing Tetrises. First, we're gonna clean up this stack. So yeah, now we've got it going on. It's unfortunate because ordinarily, if I hadn't messed up, I probably could have maintained the T-spin factory for a little bit longer. But you know, it is what it is, and that's just the way it has to be for this run. Now, I'm starting to play a little bit faster because, see, when I'm playing Tetris 99 and I'm trying to just, send as much garbage as I can as fast as I can, I actually play a lot closer to this, because like right now, of course, I can play slower, but when you're playing versus mode, speed is often what counts. Simply playing faster, and when you're playing faster in versus mode, you shouldn't aim for no mistakes. In fact, what you ought to do is you should aim for very few mistakes, but allow mistakes for the sake of playing fast, and then clear, sending garbage by clearing your own mistakes. That's, what's helped me win Tetris 99. Because I can actually win in Tetris 99 and be the one player out of 99 players to actually win the game. And that takes a little bit of skill. So listen to my elderly advice as I tell you the way to play Tetris. Oh yeah. Ooh, okay. Okay. I don't know if I will get close to my 800,000 score like I did before, but it sure would be nice. But in case you haven't noticed, it's actually quite a lot of points. When you get to like these higher levels, you start noticing the score like 20,000 points for clearing a Tetris. So even though it gets harder and harder to play, the score multiplier you get every time you do clear T-spin or Tetris, it is, so much increased that it's actually, possible to get some decent scores. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Getting 21,000 points for. Okay. Ooh, yeah. This is a little bit difficult because now it's just getting harder and harder to play here. But hey, this is actually, it's still pretty decent. I want to see how far I can go. Because, see, I even though I like to show perfect play, and so I tend to like restart at the early stages when I mess up. When you're playing a real competitive game, you don't have the option to just restart. That's more of a single player luxury. So I'm just liking to see how far I can go here. Yeah, this is like almost like the kill screen because you'll notice that once you reach level 22, then the game just like starts speeding up, so you just like you can't really do much of anything at this point. Yeah, trying to keep it going is a real challenge when it comes to this. Oh, yeah, see how it's just messing up? Yeah, yeah, see it just okay, yeah, this is like whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, okay. See, it just gets hard. So, as you see, if you don't build up a really high score at the beginning stages through mechanical T spins and maintain it till level 11 or 12, it becomes really hard to maintain. Now, keep in mind there are players better than I am. There are so many players who are better than I am at Tetris, but I am pretty good. And that's the thing about it is that I'm the Tetris queen, not so much because I'm the best player, but because I am the biggest lover of Tetris. I made my own Tetris game, even Chastris, Besides, I kind of meant queen as like kind of like drag queen in a way. So that kind of queen. But yeah, I don't really think I don't know how I feel about how this video turned out, but I am glad that I figured out how to set up, the Tetris, the whole Tetris video along with, showing this. this virtual camera thing, in OBS Studio. I'm getting better at streaming. I'm learning better from the software perspective how to do this. But, whatever. Let's see here. What are the settings? Hmm. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess I'm going to end this stream because I do need to get off of here and I need to take a shower and get ready for work tomorrow. But I'm glad I at least got to do a Sunday stream because I want to do like streams on Sunday after the schoolwork is submitted. I just kind of want to do the streams. So, I guess that's all for now. I'm going to keep playing Tetris as I find the time, but I guess really all I have to say for right now. This wasn't as successful of a stream as I was hoping it would be, but I'm still very new to Twitch, still very much figuring it out.